Good evening, my lovely tech people out there. Right, tonight we're going to do a little bit different. We're going to do a bit of not a demo video, but I guess a virtual unboxing of this operating system called Zorin. It's at version 18 now, I think. I think it's got a little bit higher actually. Yeah, version 18. And what is Zorin? What is another operating system? What is an operating system? Okay, an operating system is just an OS like Windows or Mac OS or one of the other guys. Now, there are more than just Windows, there's more than just Mac. There's hundreds, to tell you the truth, but we only know really two because that's what we've grown up with. Now, those of us in the industry know about Linux, we know about your Unix, we know about Ubuntu, Mint, bunches of other ones. Zorin is apparently one that is very similar to Windows. Now, we can see down here the images already, they look pretty damn good. It looks nicely laid out. Um, Lots of computers, it's like a grid there. There's a blog on their website. Their website is simply zorin.com, so ZORIN.com. If you want to download it, you just simply hit download. The pro version here is not free. It's about 80 bucks Australian. Look, it's got some nice perks in there. It's got $5,000 worth of extra software. Look, who knows whether that's the right amount. It's got tech support. That would probably be the only one that I would love. It's got the Mac OS and the Windows Classic layout. Those can be installed for free. They might not come bundled with it, but it definitely comes for free. The Creative Suite looks pretty cool. But again, there's a lot of free things that you can do with that. So just hit with the download one, the free one, or even the educational one, which would come with some stuff for kids. What has the educational one got? It doesn't really show. It's got some coding apps. Let's move it up there a little bit. It's got some coding, so the kids can learn how to code and build games. That looks like Minecraft. Some wiring diagrams, building coders, CAD. Yeah, it's got some nice stuff on there. And the reason it's showing an old CRT screen here is because you can use it on very old computers. A computer that I've literally got behind me, I've got running Ubuntu, and it's literally a motherboard sitting on a table. Um, so it's about 15 years old, and it runs beautifully. I never have an issue. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run it on a virtual machine, and you and I are going to go through and just have a look together for the very first time and see what it's like. Um, I know I said I'm running other things, but it's not this product. This is different than other things that I've run. So this is not a demo to show you how to install it on, how to set up a virtual machine. It's just to show you the product. So when you boot into it, any sort of Linux product or that type of world, you get a couple of different options. You can actually try it, or you can install it. So here we're going to come and we're going to try it. I've got to turn it back on. So yeah, we're going to come and try it. So typically, if you've got enough hardware, I haven't thrown much hardware at this at all, but it can take a bit of time to load up. The first initial step through, it looks like it's doing a file verification, which is pretty cool. It found no issues, which is a good thing. It basically, I think it's going through the install files and says, hey, look, we didn't find an issue. So, and then see, let's have a look what it loads up like. Load time's pretty cool. Back screen, nice back screen. Now, the reason you're seeing it in a square is simply because I'm on a virtual machine and it hasn't loaded up the correct drivers within the system yet to show it. So we'll see how long it takes. Here we go. Right, so like I said, we can try it or we can install it. Right now, we're just going to try it and see what it feels like. It's got a lot of different languages you can pick from. Pretty much all of them in the world by the looks of it. So let's try Zorin OS. See what it looks like. Okay, something weird is happening when you go to try it. So I'm going to try to install it and just see whether that actually helps us out at all. So I'm going to go install. Look, I'm not going to jump you through the install process only because we just literally want to try out the operating system. If you want me to do an install video, I'm happy to do that as well. So it's pretty straightforward. You're just entering all your details. We'll just leave it at my easy UK. Super secret password. And okay, so we'll continue. Let it do its install and we'll see if it boots up after this and we can have a decent look. Okay, after a little bit of toing and throwing now, I've realised I've spelt my name wrong, but that doesn't matter. We're actually in the boot screen for Zorin. On the boot screen, sorry, the login screen. Yeah, it looks quite nice. I've got no complaints about it. It looks like your standard login screen for a Windows PC or a Mac or whatever. And what have we got up here? We've got the assistant. We can turn high contrast on. Makes no difference to me by the looks of it. Zoom, large text. Screen reader's a pretty good idea. Someone like myself, I'm dyslexic, so sometimes the screen reader is a really cool thing to have. Visual aids, screen keyboard, that's good if you've got a touch screen. Slow keys, I don't like that. Mouse keys, bounce keys, okay, it's pretty good. What else we got? We've got network, so technically we could connect to a network before we even log in, which is nice sometimes. We've got dark mode and light mode, power mode, cool. We've got the date up the top here. You got on and off and volume. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Let's log in with my super secure password. Right. And again, it's only showing the small screen, but don't worry too much about that. Okay, we're logged in. If you've got this installed on a normal PC, it's not going to show you that square. It's literally only showing it because I'm in a virtual machine. Okay, that looks quite nice. Hi there, take the tour. Let's take the tour. So we've got the menu down here, like in Windows. We've got Brave that's already installed. Brave's a browser. It's probably one of the best browsers I've ever used. Files, it's like your file explorer. Then you've got software like the Windows Store or the Mac Store or anything like that. And this is our tour. Choose your desktop so we can launch appearance. We can change the appearances. Speed it up with limits in a virtual machine. Okay, cool. Connect to Google. That's always good. Link to your phone. So that's pretty cool because not a lot of Linux machines that I've had experiences with come out of the box allowing you to link to your device so you can do your text and things directly on there. Use software. So it's got a huge software library. So we've installed it and it's come up straight away and told us that we've got a lot of updates that we need to do. There's two ways that you do updates, but because I'm showing you how to use this easily, I'm not going to go into the terminal and show you all that. So we go next and we're ready to go. So we've finished that. Okay, so before I do the updates, we'll leave that on the screen, that's fine. I just want to see if we change the display size, whether that will change everything for us. I made it a little bit bigger, didn't it? But that's okay. So we'll just get rid of that and we'll go down and look at what the apps are down here. It feels like sort of Windows 7, which is nice. I like Windows 7 and Windows 10 layouts. So it's down the side here, we've got our login details, our account, home, desktop, docs, all the standard stuff, software, settings, the appearance like we saw before. So I'm guessing that's where we can change your things to match Mac or Windows and things like that. Under accessories, files, text editor, weather, clock, cool. Graphics will come out with LibreOffice Drawer and the image viewers, nice. Internet, we've got the Brave browser, Remen, I think that is a remote connection tool, and the web apps. Under Office, it comes with a standard Office suite. Now, this is pretty cool. Can you imagine like something like Windows or Mac coming with an Office suite that you can use? And this is all very usable. I've used this. So you've got Contacts, you've got LibreOffice, Calc, which is like Excel, Drawer, then you've got Impress, which is I think like Slides, and then Write, which is Docs. And you can save your standard Office docs and save your standard files like that as well, and then open them anywhere you need to. Sounds, so we've got, I have no idea, oh there we go, copy and create CDs. Oh, geez, that's getting a bit on, isn't it? But I guess some people still do it. Camera, take photos, same sort of stuff you normally would. Play and organise music collection, yeah, that's pretty cool. Sound recorder, just like in Windows, and videos is where you play videos and stuff like that. And system tools, just your standard stuff. Parental control, out of the box, which is nice. Windows does have it, but I find it a bit cumbersome to use. Send feedback, settings, system monitoring tour, update Zorin, and I'll show you how to use that in a moment. Zorin Connect, and that's for your mobile device. Like, I'm going to have a look at that. That seems like it's pretty cool. Windows app support, that's interesting. So it looks like if we install that, we can actually run Windows applications. That might need to be another video. So we come back in and under utilities, we've just been there, Adam. What are we talking about? So we are connected to the internet. So we come into the file manager. Let's have a look at that. Looks like your standard file manager, doesn't it? Like documents, downloads, music, pictures, videos. Yeah, nothing that's out of the ordinary, which is nice. And then we've got software. It feels really nice to get around. It's very intuitive. Like there's nothing that's sort of hidden. This looks like a Windows store. So we've got create. It looks like it's just some programs, notes and build apps. I mean, these are, most of these, if not all of them, are free, which is pretty wild when you think of that. I think that's for a Tesla from memory. Then 4K download of YouTube. Just look at all these apps. Some of them are rubbish, look, to be fair. But you've got a lot of good ones here that the kids can use. Audio sharing, audio tube. Like, there's so much there. So if we go back, work apps. It takes a little bit to load, but that's okay because I'm on a virtual machine. So all of these are one-click install. So yes, it does come with antivirus, and should you install an antivirus on a Linux or Ubuntu or whatever, yeah, absolutely. It's not as attacked as Windows and Mac, but it can still be attacked. Oh, look at that. We've got Windows, Microsoft Edge in a Linux machine. That's awesome, isn't it? You've got some mail apps, you've got fonts, you got Google Chrome, which is unstable, which is a bit of a shame. Then we've got LibreOffice, again, the full suite. And what else? We've got some password managers, a task board. Well, we could go in this all day. There's just so much stuff in here. And this is all free. Just remember that. Like, so just for example, just say I want, I don't know, we'll pick a program here. We'll go Chrome. So we click on Chrome and then we go install, and that's it. And then it goes and installs it for you. You don't have to touch it again. And up here, it tells you how long it's going to take, and it pulls it down. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Like, yeah, what can you say? Like, let's go into Brave, which is our browser. Before we keep going, okay, let's go back to this guy here. When you install a new product, right, whether it be Linux, whether it be Mac, whether it be Windows, always do your updates first. I got a bit excited and wanted to show you the product. But you come in here, this will pop up, and just go install. And let it happen in the background. You can then go off and play with everything again. Yeah, just wait, that's okay. Because, look, I'm low on resources on this virtual machine. Just wait, yep. And it goes through and does the update for you while we can go off and play with other things. So we're going to Brave. It's our browser. We'll set it as our default browser. You can set whatever you like there. It doesn't really matter. Maybe later. Yep, okay, we don't care. We don't care. And here's Brave Browser. Like, so if you are basically on your computer doing Windows, sorry, not Windows, doing internet stuff, you don't need Windows or Mac. This will do it for you. So we could go to Google and then say, let's look up gyms. Alright, and there we go. Right, so there's me. So that's, you're in here. We can do everything. Like, it's pretty incredible how that just feels like a normal browser. And we can go to videos, we can go to YouTube, we can go to Facebook, so YouTube. And it just acts like a normal operating system. So if you're not needing anything massive, it would do just fine for you. There's that video playing. Like, it's not a problem, is it? Like, this is awesome. Okay, let's go to appearances. I just want to see what that is. Zorin appearances, right? There's our thing happening in the background. Okay, layout. We can change our layout. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we don't care about Pro. So desktop, alignment is zoom, icons on the desktop, which is great. Okay, we can add our home. There we go, it appears there, up the top there. Mount volumes, that just means what a mount volume is like a USB key or a network drive or something like that. Your trash, that appears. I love the little icons. Standard, large, there we go, cool. And then, what have we got under Windows? Centered. Oh, okay, it's just telling us where things are placed, so that's pretty cool. Effects, jelly mode. What is jelly mode? Oh, look at that. That makes them wiggle. That's pretty cool. Switch between 3D. I think that just means you can sort of move the screen around, like, I don't know how it works. I don't know, really. Does it really matter if when you go from different screens it does pretty little movements? Probably not. Okay, it just wants me to do a restart, but we'll do that later. I'm going to turn that off. I don't really care. Replace Alt Tab and Super Alt Tab with 3D. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a nicety. Themes, we can change the themes there. That's the Zorin themes. Others, what have we got? Yeah, a couple of, oh, there we go. Which, oh, dark. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice theme to use. Icons. Change the icons a little bit. Cursors. Shell. I reckon that shell is where you change it to look like Windows or whatever like that. So in this case here, we can put it in the center like Windows 11. That still sits there, but who cares? Oh, it makes it big. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Or we just have it like that still. And what's this one do? Okay, where's all the icons gone? Ooh. Oh, no, no, no. No, no. What's this one? Oh, it gives it nice rounded edges. That's quite cute. I don't mind that. So, and then you obviously can change your background. You right click and it's got your standard things, new folder, docs, select all, change background, settings, and all that type of thing. So let's change the background to something pretty. And then, like, you can store your printers, online accounts, network, Bluetooth. There we go, we've got a nice bright background. And now we installed Chrome, remember? There it is. Yeah, look. And that loaded. That loaded really well. Like under home, that's your standard, your videos and things like that. All in all, guys, I don't mind it. It's a nice layout. It's a nice operating system. It loads fairly quickly. It does what it needs to do. Parks and air, yeah. Let's install our antivirus. Make sure we've got a nice antivirus on there. So that's going there. Now, let's have a quick look. We haven't done utilities, I think it was, wasn't it? Passwords and keys, no. Office, no. System tools, updates, things like that. I'm looking for that Windows. Oh, there it is, Windows App Support. Let's have a quick look there and see what that does. Let that happen there. Look, it doesn't do anything by the looks of it. But that's okay. Look, for something that's free, I've got no complaints. That's a really nice operating system. Like down here on the toolbar, you've got that. What you've got this here that brings up the different desktops. You've got your networking, and you can change the style, take a screenshot. You've got the on and off icon, so you can turn it off down there as well. You've got your standard clock, updates, add weather time, set weather location. You can set it to do not disturb. Honestly, it's a really nice operating system. I would give it, I don't know, 7.5 out of 10. So let me know if you want me to do a proper install video. Give it a go, give it a play, and it doesn't take up near as much resources as what a Windows machine does. Alright guys, if you've got something else you'd love me to set up and go through, let me know. Bye.